to another episode of Jump Point. Last time on Jump Point, Giles made a bargain with the witch Amir to save his friends from falling and tumbling toward the ground of Port Clagax. After being deposited near the dark and stormy, Demi and Thea were dropped into a tense moment with Velitha, the Dread Warden. Moments later, when things calmed down, Amir performed a ritual, making Giles a sworn, binding him to her service. Meanwhile, Autumn, Nyx, and Ariowen secured the assassin, bringing them to safely back to the ship. Morn, however, found himself in the strange home of the dragon Navent, the Archon of Luck. She played a game with him, confirming his resolve, and also asked him to make a simple promise: to push his luck, to live fully even if it's risky, and to carve out his own legend. Later, the party reunited and made their way to the Ill Decadence and delivered the assassin. Aboard the Ill Decadence, they met Inyel, Cloud, the sixth child of the Dawn Host, and delivered the assassin to them. And they were rewarded with gold, items, a map of Magispace, and information on General Swain Rowe. That's where we begin. We begin back on the Dark and Stormy after saying your goodbyes to Thea's cousin Ariowen. We open with a shot over the navigation table here as you all have the map of Magispace kind of charted here in your course. We see Aerith put a hand through their red hair and kind of like look across toward you, Demi, as I think the both of you, alongside probably Giles here too, have charted a course of 14 days. However, you know that you still haven't really got provisions or anything like that here, as Aerith kind of finished like, well, from our current location, it's about the best we can do. Think this is good, Demi, or anything else to add, or what do you think?
Can you repeat the question? I was paying attention, but somebody else was also talking.
You're all right. What do you think about the course we have here? As you see, she has the chart of Magispace and where you are now, kind of displayed in front of you on the navigation table.
Yeah, what does it look like to me?
You see, honestly, as you look at Magispace map, you see not much charted per se. There's a lot of like empty kind of spots here, some kind of asteroid spots, maybe some smaller outposts here, but you do see two major planets charted here. One further in on some of like the lines here called Erd, and the other on the further out, not on the edge of the system, but further out you see a charted as Amaset.
And she's already charted to Amaset?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Does it look like there are any improvements to be made here, or anything that could be?
Yeah. Yeah. Give me.
Like, what do I think about this, given my understanding of?
Give me a navigator's tools check here. And we'll say your result here could possibly shave some time off of the travel.
That's a natural 20.
Easy.
That's a natural 20 for a total of what stat is this? Intelligence?
Probably, yeah. Intelligence.
24.
24, natural 20. Okay. As you look down and you see a very like standard chart, you know that you're going into lines that are like not commonly tracked by SSA, right? So like her understanding would be like, this is the best that we could do, going from the closest system into dipping into the astral sea. But you see to be improved
I would
upon.
take the star chart and just rotate it 90 degrees and be like, oh, why don't we just go through this way?
Oh. And think about that. Okay. Yeah. We'll be passing through the astral sea a bit longer, but I mean that does take some of the time off. Yeah, this is good. Now your overall journey is going to take 10 days.
Nice.
Yeah, this could work. I guess let the others know, and I guess I'll start on the helm, unless Giles wants
I'll let you know if he wants to change.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
Yeah, as you can.
Slide out of up the ladder into the rest of the ship. This is like immediately after parting ways with.
Yeah, I think
Dawn Host ships and all that.
Yeah, all the Dawn Host ship and the Ill Decadence itself.
Yeah.
Who do you go toward here in the ship as you can kind of hear movement, things getting set up here. They know that you guys are going to be moving soon.
I'll start with Giles. I'll head towards the artillerist's atelier. Knock on the captain's quarters door.
Like, yeah, hold on. Just give me a second. Sort of hear like miscellaneous.
Are you decent in the workshop? What's going on?
It's just a bit. Hold on. I'm like in the middle of something. Just hear miscellaneous clanking. And eventually it's just like sort of you see like Giles like opens the door wide open and he's like sort of you just see a bunch of like papers and sending stones like cradled in his arm. And he's like, yeah, sorry, I've been doing things.
Uh-huh. Oh, he's got that dog in him.
I guess. Anyway, besides the point, what's up?
Wait, we had 2 of those.
Yeah, so okay, this is the kind of cool thing that I sort of realized is that like tucked away in a shelf that I oddly enough don't remember putting there, but it was there. Were some schematics for some sending stones.
You found this on your own ship.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't question it. Actually,
I'm not questioning it either. I can't remember if I did put it there or what, but I'm not questioning it. I mean, it's done.
Built the ship, so it was.
I know I built this ship. Yeah, well, we all built the ship.
5 guesses.
True. Point is that I have sending stones, and the best part, they all talk to one another.
All talk to each other. Okay.
They all talk.
Yeah. Because right now the problem is that if you use one, both of them stop working for the day.
Yeah. So
does that still happen?
Well, we're gonna have to try and find that out. But at least for now, there's no excuse of at least a lack of communication between us together or even us and the ship. So
right, lack of communication. So 2 things. One, we're about to head out. Me and Aerith got us charted down to 10 days. to Amaset.
Okay, that's fine. That's actually quite quick. All right.
It's not too bad.
That's not too bad. I was totally expecting us to be a little bit more in the sea for at least double that.
Take longer if you need.
I don't. Well, we'll see.
So the split real time to astral time is a bit more on the astral time, so we're saving time absolute, but we are spending a bit longer in the sort of astral sea stasis.
Okay.
So if you got stuff to do, we got
okay.
only our attention spans.
Fair. Well, I mean, we probably have about like, I don't know, a couple days worth of supplies. We need to get resources anyway.
Yeah. That's on the
it just depends where we want to go. Do you know if there are any sort of like stations that are like along the way to Amaset by chance?
I think I only improved on one part of Aerith's chart, but I think she put us through to some of the lines. So there'll be stations, there'll be places to
Okay. Well, that's fine then. Yeah, because I kind of just want to get out of here. I don't want to dawdle too long here. But that's fine. Okay, great. So yeah, we'll just make our way towards Amaset for the next 2 days, and then on the end of the second day, we'll try to find a spot to load up on supplies, and then we should be okay.
Yeah. Oh, right. The second thing about communication. I don't remember what I was going to say for sure. Don't talk. Communication. Oh, right. I'm still mad at you about the witch thing.
Oh. Yeah, that's understandable.
That's going to be a little bit, but I also want you to know that I understand why you did it.
Okay.
And the thought process that went into making that decision. And it's not easy. I know. I brought myself back from the fucking dead.
Yeah.
So I'm not taking back what I said. If you get my mama involved with witch stuff, I'm gonna do drastic things.
That's fine. I mean, listen, I as far as what I know, like this is only affecting me, and if it comes to affect you or even just anyone in the
don't care if
vicinity,
it affects me. No, I want to be very clear. I don't care if it affects me, and if it starts being a problem for you, I'm going to help if I can. But if you bring anger to my mama, then I have to kill you.
I understand that. Thank you for making that abundantly clear. No, I don't want to bring your mother or anyone, again, just anyone in general, into this. Like, this is my own doing.
Did you?
I mean, you know.
I can't help but notice the timing, which was when I decided that we needed that ring. Well, it ended up being a ring. We didn't know what they took, but I decided that the fight wasn't over. And I went up on the ship and everybody followed me. Even though I have a way of getting back down, no problem. Which you also know, because we built it together.
Yeah. And that's fine. Like
getting everybody else out of that situation. Maybe we need to talk about like the options that everybody has.
Well,
so
I mean, like,
know next time.
Well, this is the thing. Like, when I saw you go up to the ship, like, I just immediately beelined out of there. I was like, okay, shit's getting real, right? I had no idea that Thea and Morn and fucking Autumn wanted to come along too.
Hey,
Like that was.
boy has wings. We forget sometimes, but that boy has fucking wings.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, on him floating. I mean, it was not gonna lie, it was a bit of a surreal sight down from the ground. But like Thea and Morn
Do we look good?
following suit, like that was not. I was not expecting that.
Me neither. So maybe let's talk, right? What
Yeah.
can you do in a fight? What can I do in a fight? What can Morn do in a fight?
Yeah. I think that's fine. I think you're right. Like while
I got some time.
well, yeah, while we're out, while we're traveling, let's just all, I don't know, let's gather around the dining table, have a nice meal together, and let's just hash shit out. How about that?
Look at us.
Crazy. Only took this long.
Right. I'm probably gonna do some training, just on the weapon stack. But
Yeah,
anything.
that's fine. I guess here while you're going around, take these sending stones, dish them out to people that
Oh yeah, how many
don't.
do we have now?
2 pairs basically. So
Okay.
dish them out accordingly. I know Thea can speak telepathically, even though she doesn't want to do that. Like, do you know anything why about that? Like, she doesn't want to do that much, or
Because it's weird.
I mean, true. I mean,
Here's the thing. She doesn't want to do it with us, which is a little bit hurtful. Just a little bit.
I guess, yeah.
She's always talking to other people in their heads, but they also seem to have the ability to do that. And I think that's the thing, is that we can't initiate a conversation like that.
Yeah.
Like, unless, and you see the like hand gesture that Poltergeist uses, and vibrating in the back of your skull, which as you move, you actually move out of it and you stop hearing the latter half of it, but it's just in the back of your head is Demi's voice going like, some of us can do weird shit like this, but
Mm. Well, yeah. I mean, well, that's the thing. Like,
not
I guess,
always useful.
yeah. But I mean, at least, like, I made these
Right.
stones.
Okay. So 1 for the ship, and then 3 for everybody else.
Basically, for the most part, at least. I think that should be okay. I think that covers all the bases for at least, especially the non-telepathy based individuals that are here, including myself. So I think we'll be all okay.
Cool.
All right, great. I'm gonna keep just, I don't know, if there's these schematics in my room that are just there, I'm just gonna do a nice spring cleaning to see if there's any other nonsensical things like this.
Typically forgetful about the things that you do.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like
Is it
when we're,
unusual for you to have found schematics squirreled away on a shelf that you didn't realize that you had?
you know what I think it was? I think when we were first like loading onto the ship, like back on Brawl, I do remember like I was carrying like a boatload of stuff from the guild, like the Tinkerers Guild, and I guess these schematics were just nestled in there because I was just grabbing shit and throwing it in. So
Nice.
I'm gonna put a hunch on that. But I don't know. Maybe something will tell me.
Let me know.
Yeah, I'll for sure. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I'll leave you be. Go do your thing.
Demi sprints off.
As you kind of step out, you run into Mycroft. Like, oh, hello, Demi.
Speak of the devil,
What?
and they do appear.
I don't think I like that.
All good things.
Oh.
What are you up to?
Nothing really. Just I was gonna try and just take a look outside for a moment at least while we're out here. Give me an insight check.
Yeah. Why are you being weird? The 15.
You think like you're like, wait, why are they being weird? And then you kind of, you're like, oh, maybe it's nothing. Mycroft is usually insular and like, I mean, it's like you don't really know much about them. I think Thea knows maybe a bit more. It's like oh no, nothing. I don't know. I just wanted
Okay.
to.
I actually don't care, but
Oh,
nice. Yeah, take a good long look. We're about to never see this place again.
all right. I think as you kind of see that, you see that they have that crossbow in their hand too.
Okay, that does. All other behavior aside, taking your crossbow for a look outside does seem a little weird.
Yep. Like, oh, all right. Well, okay. And you see that they move out to those main double doors and onto the observation deck.
I'm gonna go try and find Morn quicker than I was.
For sure, yeah. Where's Morn on the ship right now?
I think I was probably just leaving my bunk on my way to Giles' workshop. So I guess
Okay,
in the
yeah.
hallway somewhere.
Yeah, I think you kind of step through and bump into Morn here as you kind of hear.
Oh. Think fast. And I'm gonna throw a sending stone at you.
Another one?
Yeah, you'll never believe it. Giles found a shelf that one of us installed that he forgot about, which had sending stone schematics that he also doesn't know where they came from.
What?
So now we have, what did he say? 4. We have, and they all talk to each other. But that's not important. Come with me.
It's the most shady shit Giles has ever said. I follow.
Right? We're gonna go spy on Mycroft.
Yeah, sure. Are you going up to the weapons deck to look down where they are, or are you going to go back out on the observation deck? Okay. Yeah, you head to the back there through the through kind of space here. You see Nyx hunched over, kind of resting in an area. You see that he's almost tuning his also untuning his lute. And you hear in your head, "Hey, when are we shipping out?"
Like 30 seconds. I don't know.
Oh, okay, all right. He kind of looks back down. You see the centipede, Thrycreen, kind of move his bottom maroon arms back into the lute. Well, not much of an audience as he looks over at Narvi. You hear the doll say, "You can continue." Shrugs as you walk past and climb up into the weapons deck here.
Captive audience, if anything.
He kind of gives you a look like shrugs. You climb your way up to the weapons deck here. Now I think Autumn, you hear where would you be at the ship? Because you would definitely hear them kind of talking and walking through the ship. Unless you're already up there.
Probably still in the bunks.
Yeah, I think you just hear the movement and things here as Morn and Dimmy make it up to their way to the weapons deck here. You look over, or do you directly go to like spy on what Mycroft's doing?
Yeah, I try and figure out where they are. I'm gonna be stealthy about it.
Yeah, sure. Give me a stealth check at advantage.
At advantage,
Yeah.
you don't say. I probably don't need advantage. I'm talking shit to my dice so that they give me what I want. Okay, actually, is that 26?
26. I think with you and Morn, you kind of look over Morn, kind of you following behind Demi, and look over at Mycroft here. As you see that they have the crossbow in their hand. What you also see is they kind of look it over, like they're inspecting it and kind of making sure it's all working. And then you see something that you only saw something like this from the creatures that chased them. This shadow kind of move around the weapon here. This almost kind of reaching inky shadow. As you see, she's almost like closing her eyes and saying something to it. As you see this, it moving around the weapon itself. What do you do?
Huh. Okay. That's not what I was expecting. I ran into them in the hallway, and they were just like, "Oh, I'm gonna take a look outside while we're still here," which was like weird. Okay, I didn't ask, but then I noticed that they had the crossbow, and what's going on there?
As you see the shadow kind of move and kind of settle on the weapon, you see these elvish runes form on the side of like the body of the light crossbow. Morn, you're seeing this.
Do we have Dylan?
Yeah, I'm just thinking more so like, what are we doing? Why are we?
I mean, yeah, we're spying on Minecraft because they were being weird in the hallway, but I wasn't actually expecting there to be anything to it. Is that a shadow monster in the crossbow now?
We've talked slightly about this GM, but I don't think I know much about any
About
of
the
that,
fell.
right? Yeah.
About the Shadowfell? Not much. No. I think you just heard some things, and it's a different kind of plane, and you've heard some things that Mycroft's brought up in conversation.
Matron, etc. I know like the fundamentals,
Yeah,
basic.
fundamentals, yeah. The matron is definitely the monarch of
Right.
the Shadowfell. But that's probably about it.
I don't. We got her that crossbow, right? So it's not like it's a special crossbow.
Yeah, I bought that
Yeah.
with money.
Right. Let's it go.
I do know where that crossbow came from, though, and it definitely didn't do that before.
Yeah. Tell you what. You stay here. I'm gonna go talk to him.
Okay.
I mean, they don't.
You want me to keep that thing on me just in case anything happens, or why am I?
Like, you're the one that's spying on them.
I am going to enjoy watching more than participating.
I
Don't
thought so.
read too far into that.
Wasn't planning on it. I'm gonna just take a long way around so that I don't reveal where I'm coming from here, so that Demi can stay hidden. Just go,
Yeah. You move off from here, climb down, kind of look through. You see Autumn still in the bunk. Do you have the kind of stuff drawn here, or is it just like you're chilling in the bunk here, Autumn? As more you kind of hear more kind of walk. You walk past Nyx. You see look into the rogues galley. You see Navarro and Apheliamore kind of talking. Kind of see the shut door of Giles' workshop here, and then you move out, open the main double doors, and you see Mycroft there, eyes still closed. You see the weapon in their hands. They haven't noticed you yet. You can see like her dark, long black hair, kind of settling on her shoulders. That same kind of outfit that she's changed a bit, having that nice leather armor. Still that belt with that bird skull. But do you...
what you doing, Mycroft?
You can see
just approach
almost
as much as I can.
Almost like drops the light cross, like nothing really, but just enjoying the view of Wildspace. Yeah. Was it something you needed, or
Never gets old, huh?
No. Well, there isn't many views like this. From where I'm from, so just trying to take it all in.
It's not. I don't know. I guess it's maybe my brain is over imagining how dark it is there.
Well, there's some lights.
Right. I'm just like,
but not like how it is here. More than magical lights and things. That's not why you came out here. So
no, it was about the monster crossbow thing.
The what?
In the monster in your crossbow, the shadow beast creature that was in your crossbow. It was more about that, yeah.
The what? No, there's nothing like that. What do you? What?
Well, yeah, not anymore, but
no.
Wait, sorry, I just remembered. You remember the first conversation I had with you, right?
I think you kind of see her kind of get a little defensive, like, yeah, yes, I do.
Yeah,
right.
You know, we can be transparent and have an open conversation, or you can take the long way back to the Shadowfell. I'm going to throw you over the side of the ship, is what I'm trying to say.
I gather that's what you're saying. I know you would be good for it. And I think you see a level of knowing something about you that is uncanny, because you don't remember telling her anything. You can see.
Yeah.
What?
I can tell you a secret.
What's... all right. What would that secret be?
I've talked to a god.
Really?
Murden.
Murden. Yeah. Oh, do you guys actually communed with?
Yeah,
guys?
face to face.
Oh, that's some certainly something.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
what did they say to you?
Well, they were mostly interested in talking with Demi, but they answered questions if we had any. Autumn pissed us all off by saying, "Oh, I'm good. I'll see you at tea." Whatever. Like he just acted
What?
like he sees him all the time.
What did he? Wait, does he?
I know.
I don't know what on him.
I don't know. He hasn't like. Anytime we try to dig deeper, and I'm saying this loudly so Autumn in the bunk behind me can hear. Every time we try to dig deeper, he just
Wait, but Onum is
just
Onum
kind of
is-
weaves his way out of it.
Onum's
You just hear a book slam shut from the other room.
holy. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure, but isn't he a cleric of some sort, or? I guess.
I try to give him space, but the mystique is becoming a bit much.
Fair enough. Well, there is no shadow in this weapon. The it's from me. It's something I've learned from the Shadowfell. A way to imbue things from there. I remember you saying something about forgive me, I overheard some things when we were in Vaharok's Fall. I overheard your conversation with the bot from that adventuring group, and you said something about reconnecting with things, and I have been neglecting things, and this is a way to reconnect to where I'm from. I was trained to learn how to track and move through the terrain of Shadowfell, and just hadn't been using that. I don't know. After the last few things, I just want to be a bit more useful.
Track?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Well, I think you see that they kind of like stow the crossbow and like, oh, when I was quite young,
60.
I was trained by are you familiar with giant kind?
Not
You
really, no.
Oh, maybe that's, well, there are giants in the Shadowfell, and when I was quite young, maybe a teenager or so, I stayed with some of the giants there, and they taught me many things. And some of those things were surviving in the Shadowfell and learning how to some of the wildlife and finding my way through the area. And I've always been quite good at that, even here on the material. It's been something that I've when I needed to find a way out, it was very helpful. I think you see like an understand, like a look, remembering back to how they were running from shadow mastiffs and things. But, these skills, I just haven't felt to use them. Didn't know if I wanted to, if that makes sense.
I can understand that. So you used it to escape?
Yes, I found some...
It can take you through the planes?
Oh no, I was very lucky to find a pathway out.
Hmm.
Shadowfell. Snuck my way through one.
You tell me that space rock is an entrance?
Oh, it would seem.
Hmm.
I'm not sure how
That's
stable
certainly
it
interesting
is,
to know.
but
Sure.
it helped me get through. But but that's what this is. If I'm going to be honest.
Okay, I don't really fully grasp it, I don't think, but I can understand wanting to use what you're good at.
Of course, but I think you see them kind of look a little bit conflicted here. And give me a history check about... I think this is pertaining to the Shadar Kai. I think something that you may...
22.
Me too? You would know that the Shadar Kai have a connection to their monarchy, the connection to the Raven Queen, and that whole line. It's almost very like warlocky in a sense that they all, for the most part, use and bear small trinkets from her. Your focus is on that raven skull on Mycroft's belt. These blessings that they can use to move and shift shadow around them. But not once has Mycroft used that. Well,
Is there a reason you haven't used any of these abilities? Yes, like so far?
Well, I'm not sure. I just had a strange relationship to them. Give me an insight check. At advantage.
Come in hand. Well, that is a 24.
24. There's something a bit more there. You remember her hesitance to go on the heist in Vaharok's Fall with you all in the Temple of Mott. You remember the Seeker's focus. It's not just on Dimmy, but on Mycroft as well. For a brief moment. Some things that come back to you. I was like, just, some things I didn't really want to, I don't know, I have a strange relationship to them. I'm sure you understand that.
Nods. Yeah.
I think I heard Dimmy saying that we will be leaving soon, so I mean, I don't want to hog all your time, Morn. I'm gonna give you a slight smile, and like brush their hands off a little bit to move past you here. Leaving you here. Autumn, what are you doing here on the Dark and Stormy as you have this brief moment as things settle and you can feel the ship kind of move forward here, heading on the charted course.
Autumn's checking through his notes and trying to sketch something.
What are you trying to kind of get here? I think you see Mycroft kind of come back. You're like, oh, Autumn, what are you working on?
I had like this little hand. I don't know. I guess like a hand tattoo machine a couple years ago. I lost it, and I was thinking about asking Giles to make me another one.
Oh, What do you do? Your own tattoos of some sort?
Some of them, not all of them.
Did you? You said you were on Kryn, for the most part. Did you get all of two kind of points to your arm, or did you get all of those there? Oh no.
Yeah, those are
Oh.
all. Those are all from Corinne.
Oh.
I did. I only did like 4, maybe.
Oh, okay.
And you could. Mycroft could definitely see there's many more than just 4 there.
Oh yeah. Where did you get this one from? And she sees like, one piece on your arm here. It's kind of the point.
I got that one from Sea Elf in what is it? The Sunken Lands.
Mm.
The other name of it right now.
Dimernesti.
Demernest, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got most of them there.
Oh. Is it? We didn't get a chance. We didn't get a chance to go there, did we?
No.
Oh. Well, certainly we'll have another opportunity, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Kind of like looks at these like, oh, this is Elvish, is it not? Different dialect, but
Yeah.
huh.
Yeah. I got this book there too.
Ah. You see this? May I?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
kind of look at it. Oh.
I'll spin around my sketch. You can see like a very chaotic sketch of a very simple like rake looking thing with just like 4 or 5 needles on the end of it.
Is this how they do the tattoos in the sunken lands?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you kind of like tap. You kind of like rest your hand. You kind of like tap the end of it.
Oh.
It's good for, well, I mean, there's a couple different. This one's more for like shading. But you can kind of cheat, do lines kind of quick with it.
You see that she looks like, if you need any help, oh, you understand Elvish, what am I saying? It was Giles who didn't know Elvish, that's right. You can see that
Yeah.
smile. Well, I'll leave you to it. They kind of, you see that they have the crossbow, on there, and you see Elvish runes on the crossbow now. She didn't notice before. As she walks kind of toward where she stays on the ship. As the ship moves forward here, you definitely heard. Wait, this is. Was that perception check to hear more?
Yeah, I was kind of seeing like how much I was trying. I was undecided above table. I was undecided how much Autumn would care to try to like overhear it, and I think he was more just like, I'm just gonna finish doing this sketch.
Yeah, I think you did hear him more and kind of say something passive aggressive about you.
Yeah.
But that's about it. You tuned out after that because maybe not.
Uh-huh.
But as you guys are all here,
Yeah, after Mycroft left Morn outside, I jumped over the ship and landed on the lower deck. Okay, so weird,
Just more confused.
shadow.
Yeah.
Is it a good thing or a thing we need to keep an eye on?
I think it's both. I think it can be a good thing, but they're afraid of it right now.
Okay.
So if they use it, stay alert, I guess. 'Cause I don't know. I don't know how confident they are. It could get out of hand.
Are we talking start a fire kind of? Be wary about it?
I think
Okay.
like I don't really understand the full extent of it, but like if I don't know if it's like that beast thing and she loses control, it could be bad.
What beast thing? Is that a thing I know
Well,
about?
The shadow crossbow, the shadow in the crossbow.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
Um,
It's a shadow beast.
good something I don't know. I kind of made that leap myself, but
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Cool. Do you have any secret powers I don't know about? You got
genuinely
walk on
thinks.
the wall, you got do the coin real good, and you got
being muted
blame
laughing.
somebody.
The card thing with that deck. It's not really me though.
The one that shoots people?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh. Do you have any other cards that do stuff?
Not really.
Where'd you get that one?
Diary deck.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Yeah. That's it, as far as I'm aware. Mainly the wall thing. And I can bite people, I guess, but everyone can do that.
Yeah, but it seems like when you do it, it really fucking effective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got like strong jaw. They just bite down, clacking his teeth.
Ugh. Inside thoughts.
I don't know.
I
She's
can.
scared to use it. I don't like. It seems like if she uses it, maybe someone would notice. Problems would notice. I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Because when we were down in the Temple of Mott, like as soon as I started doing stuff with Poltergeist, it wasn't like we'll knock something over in the tavern on Brawl, and everybody's like, "Oh shit, something fell over." But I did something like that down in the temple, and they were like, "Spears out! There is an incursion. It must be purged." Yeah, there was like they took that shit extra serious. So I get it, kinda.
That's
I wonder
good
if it's one of those, like if the wrong people notice.
Yeah.
Oh, and just so we're clear, I can fall from very, very, very high and be fine. Just in case
Well,
anyone wants to keep following me up to very, very high places.
in my defense, same apparently.
Okay, well, I mean, Giles is on the hook for that one.
Hmm.
No, he's not. You weren't there. Where did you go?
Oh, yeah, I was super tired. I just passed out when I got back. I went to a gambling den.
How the what? What?
Yeah, right?
Like after you landed?
Nah. Like, I saw the
Explain yourself if
I saw like the viney void thing, whatever the fuck that Amir sent, and then instead of going wherever you guys went, I went to like Novin's house, I guess.
Oh. Well, shit. What's she
What's
like?
I bet she makes really good iced tea, if that makes sense.
I know exactly what you mean. With the boots?
Yeah,
Mm.
copper. But yeah, she was like, "Oh, you gotta keep playing the game. You gotta carve out your legend." I'm like, "Okay."
I'll bet 99% of Navin's followers quit right before they make it big.
I'm telling you, here's the thing they don't teach you at gambling school, Demi.
There's a gambling school?
No, but if there was, they wouldn't teach you this there. Which is you only lose if you quit.
That's okay. I see why we have problems.
Well,
I agree, though. Just
I
to be clear.
don't want to think about that too much. But anyway, and I apparently like I don't know, her son was there. Some dude real big into friendship. Forget his name though. I'll be honest with you. Should have wrote it down.
Religion check. Demi,
I'm gonna make a religion check at disadvantage.
for sure.
Let's this one and this one. Yeah, okay. So the higher of those two was an 18, but we'll be taking the natural one.
Oh yeah.
I would think, Demi, you really only know a handful of the divine dragons, and like this one doesn't. Obviously, you know Navin, but like this one
Against
doesn't really.
my will as well.
Truly, yeah, this one doesn't come up per se. You're like Verdun, Alavast. You're like Navin, cool, and it's like
Like above table, he is kind of one of the more obscure ones.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
somewhat.
not obscure, but just like
Mm-hmm.
not as broadly worshipped.
No,
Like be.
definitely not. I think it's yeah. I think you would only know so far of like here's the ones that are more important. You're like, oh yeah, Autumn has Syrah, cool, and that's about it. You're like, I don't know about this one.
Yeah, Sarah's probably the god of friendship. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that. Navin would have been Sarah's mother. That doesn't sound right. I think I'm wrong. But so you went to a gambling den and gambled?
Yeah, I lost.
You lost, and then they let you go.
Well, kind of lost on purpose, but
Was it a
I'm
who was on
well,
your
like
team?
me, myself, and I against the Archon of Luck. I didn't really like my odds, so I just threw in the towel.
Yeah, I'd probably fold too.
Um, yeah, and then here we are. I went through a doorway, and I was back pretty close to where we were before we all went 100 feet up.
I'm really glad you're okay.
Me too. There was a moment after I fell, and I felt the rope come with me. I was like, well, and that's really all I had time to think. But
Yeah,
it wasn't
you
a
get-
great feeling. Well,
No, I had the same thought when we were fighting those pirates. It wasn't a well. It was like a fuck.
comes at you quick.
Yeah,
You realize you fucked up, and then that's it.
we get a lot of second chances out here, though, because you only lose if you quit. That's what that
That's
means,
true.
right?
Yeah. Gotta
You
keep
only
playing
die
the
if you
game.
quit.
Oh, I hope that's what it means. At least for me. So,
Well, that's how I'm going to live from now on. Dying's for quitters. Oh, did I tell you? So we've only got like 10 days of absolute time before we
that's-
get to Amaset.
it's not bad at all.
I'm going to
Okay.
go tell that to Autumn.
Okay.
As you're left here,
You
Morn.
want to train later?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Demi-
I'd head out and try and find Autumn.
Timmy leaves from you. You're left here, Morn. The ship moving through Wildspace. Here at the edge of Kryn space. As you know, you're about to dip into the astral sea. That feeling of being on the edge, pushing through into the veil of the astral sea. Autumn, as you kind of shut the book, hear Mycroft settle, you hear the footsteps of Demi kind of heading towards you. Now it's maybe, as all this stuff's happened, it's been, 30 minutes or so. Starting your first day's journey. You see kind of Demi head into your space here, Autumn. As we have this time, though, I need one of you just to give me a d20.
I nominate Maddie Grayson.
Yeah, I want you to give me a d20 real quick as Demi is heading kind of into the ship. And
I did want to really quick say while I was having that whole feeling as the ship was leaving.
Yeah.
I think that familiar pull that he's felt for like most of his life, just after the conversation with Mycroft, I think Warren just has this feeling of dread that he can't quite place why. Just a bad feeling.
Yeah.
But yeah. 11.
Okay. Demi, as you go to find Autumn, and it's, you feel that feeling, of going from the edge of a wild space system into the astral sea. You find Autumn.
I hear the ticking of my watch slow down. Ooh. Hey, bud.
What's up?
Want to get a coffee with me?
Yeah. I could use a coffee.
Now's the perfect time to do it, right at the edge of astral space. It'll last you forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it'll hit like actually right as we leave astral space. We'll be energized to deal with whatever the fuck.
Mm.
We walk and talk to the rogues galley a little bit.
As you kind of get into the space, you see Ophelia Moore kind of like closely talking to Navarro. You see that she has like, you see her like very long ears, you know, longer, almost blonde hair here. There's like extended, almost fey features that she's like close to talking to Navarro. She's like, kind of nodding. She's kind of like, it's almost like a hushed tone between two people. He kind of has his, her arms around his waist. He's like, I understand, yes. You can see him kind of like calm and settled for a moment. As he kind of knows both of you kind of come in, he's like, oh, oh. Hello, Demi.
Don't mind us.
What's
going on in here?
Nothing that you could be, nothing to be concerned about. You see Navarro like, did you want something? You look over and see Grace.
We were just gonna make a coffee.
Oh, it's right over there. You see Grace eyeing you, the space mollywonk with 3 eyes, of like on the windowsill, of looking out toward the astral sea, then like eyes you all, and quickly just not hostilely, just like scanning you guys quickly.
This mollywonk has never loved me.
Yeah, Grace has done his duty, right? He's followed you. I've watched over you a little bit.
Yeah, this dog has never gotten over me doing something sus one time. I know it's a bird, but
yeah,
it's like that. If you ever fuck up with a neighbor's dog, then every time that dog sees you, it's like, hey, I understand that you're chill with my owners, but like, I see you.
Yeah. Look, you kind of get that vibe as you guys go to grab some coffee, and you're like, so where are we headed next?
I don't know where we're headed, like next stop, but the chart is to Amaset. We're gonna try and find out where Aerith's dad, because that's his last known.
You see if I'm like kind of soften a bit, like, yeah. It would be great to know where he is.
We'll find him. He's a capable necromancer? That doesn't sound right. He's a smart wizard. I'm sure he's fine, but you know, we'll find out in about 10, 11 days, something like that.
Oh,
We'll
good.
get to Amaset in about 10 days.
Oh, perfect. You see Navarro like kind of point out the coffee. He's like, try that one. I grabbed that one in Kryn. In Portland Oast.
Okay. I'm gonna make an Irish coffee with the Critton coffee.
Smart choice.
And I'm gonna use Giles's whiskey jungle juice that he keeps on the ship.
You gotta find that. You probably already
I'm gonna
found it.
go look. I'm gonna go looking for it.
Yeah, give me. Okay, first I need a sleight of hand check from you guys here. Add it. We'll say how well did you hide this? Yeah.
My jungle juice.
Yeah. How well did
The whiskey from every bar across.
I will say.
Like,
yeah, it's
okay,
it's
it's hidden
well
well?
hidden. Yeah.
sleight of hand check
Okay.
at advantage?
Alrighty. 19.
That's your DC for perception here,
19.
or perception or investigation. Probably investigation. Yeah. I'll allow it. I'll allow it here for the funny. I'll allow it. So you have advantage on an investigation check to find
Who's
DC
helping me?
19. Autumn is, I will allow it for this.
Okay.
Holding your eyelids open.
Thanks.
You have proficiency in advantage or in investigation, correct, Autumn?
That's that old adage, just holding your
I
eyelids open,
don't,
help or
actually.
not help,
You
who
don't?
knows?
I'll allow it this time.
You got perception, right? That's what I would be using anyway.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I am gonna read the ether though. Just we're gonna smoke them as if we've got them.
I read the ether every time I walk into a room.
For real.
What's the vibe?
What's
Yeah.
the vibe? Okay. Well, Jesus Christ.
Witch talk when they discover empathy. Yeah, I'm reading the ether.
Yeah.
It's a total 25.
Describe to me, Giles, where you hid this stash in the rogues galley.
In the rogues galley, there above some of the cooktop burners, there's a cabinet that houses, I'd say, a good amount of like cookbooks and scrolls for like recipes and things.
And Navarro's
And-
added
Shelf
to it
is a
too.
false front.
Holy
Yeah. And inside of not one, but it's basically sort of 3 books that are kind of glued together.
Uh-huh.
If you open up the stack in the middle, you see the bottle that's been carved out of the pages. And it's basically just this sort of dark brown shouldered bottle, square with a fairly basic, cork shoved in the top. Nothing descript. It's basically it is John bottle. to say
I think
so.
on him you see Demi walk behind the counter to where the little stovetop thing is. Take a look at like a handprint in the coffee grounds. Look up at the cabinet. Just open it. Immediately grab the 3 books and set it down and say, "Now, why do we have 3 textbooks stuck together next to the cookbooks?"
You see, Navarro like, there's what now?
Yeah, this says on geology.
This man, he claims to be a craftsman, and then he does shit like this. Look at it. They're just glued together.
Did I tell you that he found a shelf that one of us installed that he forgot about and had sending stone schematics in there?
You see Navarro like, well,
Every day, that man finds a way to... What's the opposite of impress? Not disappoint, but
I wouldn't say disappoint, Timmy, but
surprise.
that's the one. That is the one. Well, open it.
Yeah, I open it, take out the bottle, and 2 Irish coffees.
Like, may I? Navarro smells it. He's like, you see his.
I don't know that you would
We'll
trust that. I know what that is.
His yellowish green eyes kind of just narrow. He's like, He just puts the cork back on it, puts it back in the book thing, just like slides it back in the bookshelf. Noted.
But for what it's supposed to do, it'll be
I think
perfect.
as you're in this space, I think you see that Navarro and Feliamore have like set up a bit of like a living space in the Rose Galley as well. As a GM, I haven't even talked about this yet.
I'm
But like,
faded up.
yeah, it's like more comfied up where they have a place where they can be here. That's opposite of where like the kitchen and the big board is and everything like that is here.
Yeah.
So you kind of look around in the space, and you can see like there's a section of like growing almost like a pot of flowers and things. You're not sure if your mother did that or Navarro had done that. As you can kind of see, like it's homey in here. I understand that he made the ship, but I did not see a thing. Kind of gives you a bit of a nod, Demi. Well,
Just wink.
yeah, probably more like, well, about that thing, Navarro. I appreciate, you handling yourself. I think you kind of get the tail end of that conversation there. Like, appreciate you handling yourself in with the witches and things. I don't think it'll be a problem, right? You don't have to worry. You guys, she just kind of like puts a hand on his shoulder. And he's like, "Oh, enjoy your coffee." You kind of booze over with Ophelia more. As you kind of hear that tail of the conversation as they kind of walk over to the other section of the rogues galley, leaving you and Autumn with some privacy per se.
Kind of a weird one, huh? That last fight.
He's-
Are you spacing out, brother?
Yeah,
What are you thinking about?
I was just thinking about space. There's have you ever heard of Uncle Pete's Pit? Uncle Pete's Pizza Pit.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
There's like a little pizza joint that just floats around on a little asteroid in space.
Oh, that Uncle Pete's one of them space clowns, right?
Maybe. I don't know, honestly. But one time I like on my way to Corinne originally. I ran into it with my dog, and they were just it was a good pizza. Good pizza place. I got a little pizza for myself, and I ordered a small onion pizza with no onions or tomatoes or dough for my dog. And so they just came out with like a little bag of shredded cheese and just fed my dog.
Okay, I was
cheese.
trying to figure out what the hell else there was if you took all the ingredients off.
Yeah, they just fed my dog cheese the whole time I was there, but it was nice. It was really
Are dogs
good.
supposed to have cheese?
I don't know. I know onions and tomatoes are pretty bad for them.
Yeah, it seems like a weird one to order.
Yeah.
Even if you are removing those things.
Well, I mean, he wanted the onion pizza, but I didn't want to like tell him that I was gonna, make it
The heat.
canine safe. I was just like, oh, okay. And I ordered.
Every time you talk about this dog, I get a little more confused. And I can't help but wonder if you're doing that on purpose.
No, you should. I don't know where he is, but I don't know. You should meet him sometime. Good dog.
I always want to meet a dog.
Dogs are pretty
Every party I go to.
Why don't we? How come we never see any dogs? We never see anybody just walking around with a dog. When was the last time you saw a dog, Demi? Actually,
Yeah.
Yeah,
A
that's a
while
good
you
question.
did see some dogs. They're from the Shadowfell though.
Dogs.
Yeah, I don't know that I would think of that in this prompted by this question.
No?
Fuck, that's a good point.
Oh no, the Doberman
There
from the Dreadwarden. It was recently.
Ah, yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the last time I saw a dog, it was a very scary dog. And it was like only kind of there. And there was a knight and a bird. And the bird was talking to me. This was not a dream, by the way. Just a weird thing that happened when me and Giles opened a letter.
Yeah.
We
I mean,
have an
I'm-
interesting life.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. That's what I mean. It's never just like a stray dog, just looking
Right.
for pets.
Why was the last dog that I saw one that I would expect to be able to kill me?
Yeah.
So you can fly,
I can. Yeah.
and you can cast a bunch of spells,
Mhm.
like magic spells.
Mhm.
Where did you learn those?
Mostly like hanging out with my dog.
God
He
damn it, man!
he doesn't like the dog doesn't do spells. I don't want to like.
So
I
you
mean,
taught yourself spells while hanging out with a dog?
yeah, kind of. I mean, a little. I don't know. I guess
How involved
inspiration.
was this dog vocationally in your magic journey?
Not much. Mostly just like my scimitar, like kind of sword.
Right, you said that
Yeah.
the dog taught you sword fighting.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with this, honestly. I think I was going to ask you, like, if you had any other secret stuff that we don't know about, but then you immediately answered it by, yeah, I learned spells hanging out with my dog, and it was going to go back to the dog again.
Well, I mean, like there
Of
were
course,
other.
of course, there's stuff I don't know about, because you
Yeah,
don't
there
tell us
were.
anything.
There were like other spellcasters that were like, "Hey, you should, try this."
See, that seems more immediately relevant to learning spells than hanging out with the dog. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, well, I also like the, you know, um. Oh my God, above table, I'm forgetting the name of this place. What was the name of the building? The Accordance.
The
The
accordance, yeah.
Accordance. Yeah, I mean, like the clerics in the Accordance also were great teachers. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, like a little self-taught. I don't know.
I mean, all of my, I wouldn't even call it magic. It is magic, but it's also just how reality interacts with the ethereal plane. But like, there's so many magicians, sorcerers, wizards, you name it. There's people interacting with like fire. There's a bunch of rules about fire, you know?
Yeah.
So I get it. Most of what I've figured out is not exactly self-taught, but it's like taking notes on other people's work and stealing information where I can.
Yeah, that's also a very good resource for learning, surprisingly.
You just got to keep an eye open for who is working with the thing that you're working with, but doesn't realize all the other stuff that you know. And Demi is looking around at this like comfied up space with her mama and mama's boyfriend in a ship that they put together themselves with everybody else. We're like a little family business here. A cohort. You got problems, we can solve them. We want to know something, we can figure it out. The next thing on the list is Eric's dad. And I point at the blackboard with all the different errands and jobs, and right at the top is just find Eric's dad, marked in chalk. And on him, you got anything on that board?
I don't think so.
Put something on there.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta think about something to put on there.
Everyone will help with it.
I need a perception check from the both of you as you look out the window. You see Trace is like perched here, but you can see beyond him. On him, I think with that nat one, I think you're more thinking about what can you put on the board? How much do you want to tell these people? I think you think
19.
as you're like thinking in deep thought. On a 19, Timmy, you see a ship approaching you all. Smaller, but approaching.
Gonna scoop my chair out from the little like bar stool away from the bar, and there's a ship out there. I'm gonna go let everybody know. I guess if we need you, we'll either send somebody down or here, hold on to one of these. It's those sending stones I said that Giles forgot about. Well, he just made these. But anyway, here. Goodbye. And I'm gonna start. I guess I'll start with Giles. I'll just like knock on his door and not even wait for him to open it, just like shout, "Ship, starboard side."
All right, thank you.
And I'll continue up to the Spelljammer deck, the helm.
Yeah, so you kind of call out for that, and Giles, you kind of make your way out here. You know, Aerith is flying. It's been, you know, this first day as we get out and see the ship kind of comes a bit closer here, kind of settles and stops, kind of saddles up next to your ship here. Giles, I think what you know is this is not a pirate ship because they're flying particular flags here. But you know this is a research ship of some kind because I've made a note to put those flags there, so they don't get attacked by SSA ships or anything like that. You see those like this red and white, half red, half white flag. Kind of there's like a diagonal kind of cut in between of that like split of colors. This is a damselfly ship. As you see someone on like where the weapons deck should be, there's someone like with binoculars like looking out. They open a orrery, and you can see that like all this like stuff moving. And hello, hail ship. Hello. As you see, pulling off goggles, a Hadozi with this kind of black fur. You see that his kind of has this on his head, this longer hair that kind of curls out a bit. Hello. Can I speak to the captain of this ship? Hello.
I think first and foremost, I think the first thing I do is just on the chalkboard I write family dinner tonight, with tonight being all capitals and then exclamation points and then underlined. And I sort of meander my way out to the weapons deck.
What does
I guess
tonight
like
mean in astral space?
Yeah, what does tonight mean? I guess isn't it all just relative then? You know,
it is all relative, but you would know that.
Which makes it extra funny that that's what you wrote.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, continue.
But anyway, yeah, I sort of take a look out, stand next to you, Demi, and sort of murmur something to you, which is like, any strange signs about these guys, or are they pretty much a-okay?
You are getting a look just the same as I am.
Okay.
I don't recognize them though. I'm about to go make sure everything is fucking tied down in the spelljamming helm, and then probably the rest of the ship, just in case we need to roll over and run.
Sounds good. How far away are they? They're because I know you said they're like pulled up next to us. Like, how far away are they exactly?
They
Like,
are shouting pretty far. Probably within.
How far out does the air bubble go? The air envelope.
Not that far. Don't know off the top of my head right now, but
does
this-
it?
this ship
Would you
is
say?
much-
I guess it's enough to. Like, are they basically like is our air bubble and their air bubble fused together?
Yes,
basically
bingo.
now.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I think what I'll do as I hear them saying like, "Hey," I'll just pull out my, I'll just grab the telescope and just take a look at their ship. And I'm primarily looking not at the Hidozi man, but everything else about the ship to see if it's like, is this actually like, is everything like orderly, or is this just has this been like hijacked?
Ooh, give me
something?
an investigation check here. You see all the stuff with the telescope. You see the Hidozi kind of waving for your ship, the flags as well.
Yeah,
That checks out to you. But yeah, give me an investigation.
it's a dirty 20.
30-20. Everything seems checked out. As you look at the weapons sector, isn't usually on a damselfly ship. If you know this was a pirate ship, there would be a weapon on there. What's it called? A mangonel, right?
Yeah.
There would be a mangonel kind of thing that would be already primed with the stone, ready to hit you, and they would have hit you way further away because damselfly ships are fast. And there's no ballistas or anything on it. Though I think you understand that this ship has speed on people, so if they need to get away, they'll get away.
Yeah. Gotcha. So I guess what you're saying is like if they had the ability to like hit us, they would have hit us already.
Oh yes.
Just from how the ship is. Okay.
Yeah, and it would not have just been one damselfly ship; it would have been like 3 of them.
Yeah, their
Right.
ship's a little faster.
Yeah.
Not too much, but
Not too much. Yeah, they would have
they've
hit
got,
you.
like,
You
almost
wouldn't-
a third of our speed again.
Yeah. Just ship, slow down if you can. Slow down. You see him like waving out. As you see him in the telescope here, you see him waving things here. And as you look at him, the dirty 20, you see he has like an orrery out, like he's like it's something measuring something. And then you see another Hidozi kind of come up and like kind of talk to, like speak with them here. You also know this damselfly has like 9 crew on it or so. As you can like see some other people moving, you know that there's probably like a spelljammer somewhere that you can't see here.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think as I sort of assess the situation, it seemed like these are actually like civilians. I'll at least sort of put my telescope away and sort of raise up a hand. It's like, hello, I'm the captain of this ship. How may I assist?
As the damselfly ship you kind of let Aerith know to kind of slow down. Is like, oh, glad I could find you here. You see, as he has these like robes, these scholarly robes, but also like adventuring gear a bit here too, belts and things on. Pulls the goggles up. He's like, oh, good day to you or time. It's strange in the astral sea, but well met. My name is Professor Isel, and I want to make you aware of something that is going to be coming your way soon. I thought it would be good to give you a good warning before. It would be unfortunate to be lost here within the astral sea all alone. Hello, I'm sorry, I'm rambling and there's not much time. I am a studier of cosmic phenomenon here in the astral sea. Coming close, maybe some days out, is a cosmic storm. Very detrimental to continue traveling in one, so I would advise you all to find safety somewhere here in the astral sea. before it hits you, because you will not be able to navigate. And you see like another navigator come up and be like, kind of talk to the professor. He's like, I understand. He kind of looks at his orrery again. You see like, I think you see like the dials on it like moving, like it's pointing maybe north from here, like northwest from here, like centered on a point, and it's kind of like the dial on it's like wavering a bit, moving quickly, like it's reading something. It's going to be rather large. So I if it was a small one, I wouldn't have bothered and say, oh, they're explorers of some kind, they can handle it themselves. But this one will be large. So if you do what you can.
Oh, Professor, I appreciate the heads up for myself and my crew.
Of course.
And I guess by large, you're saying this is unavoidable. You cannot go around this storm.
Oh no, you
That's what
cannot.
you're saying.
No, you cannot. It's like a wave through the cosmos itself. Find some sort of shelter here. There's many of rubble and things within the astral sea, but find some sort and hunker down. I myself will be studying.
Well, Professor, I'll be honest with you here. This is going to be the first time myself and my crew and my vessel will be encountering a cosmic storm. Can you sort of describe at least what sort of things are to come other than sheer destruction? Can you at least be a bit more descriptive here?
I'm glad. I'm glad you asked.
Cosmic storm?
Yes.
Yeah, he's talking. Just let the man talk to me.
Okay, well, do I know anything about a cosmic storm?
You would, having been in the astral sea for some time. You remember a night at Trisk's Vantage in the monastery where things were hunkered down as you felt the winds, the severe winds and heavy, almost glacial or like shards of sleet and things move through the monastery. Some destruction for sure. But you know that they made sure for you that you did not go out on the grounds at that time. Everyone kind of battened down the hatches.
Say to Giles, oh yeah, those are fucked. I was in a fucking building and we started tying things down.
Oh,
as he
great.
explained, he's like, oh yes, heavy strong winds, heavy precipitation, sometimes if you're not careful, lethal precipitation, but finding
You might have thought that it didn't rain out here, and when it does,
is quite dangerous, yes. But he's like, it's like me giving a lecture in Morgrave University. What a time.
Oh, you taught at Morgrave?
Yes, for some time. I did some guest lectures on astral phenomenon and things out here in Wildspace of that variety.
Very cool.
But be very careful. And
yeah, thank you for the warning.
Of course.
Yeah, much appreciated, Professor. Actually, I guess a final question before we go our separate ways. Since you seem to be the expert on this particular field, are there any sort of locations from our current area that we can sort of easily get to by chance?
Yes, Mr. Navigator. You see another like Hidosi who just like looks a little tired. He's like, you see his like blonde kind of fur. There's kind of these brown eyes. He's like, yep. Virginia Professor. Is there any spots that they could possibly find near here that they could take shelter in or they could stop in? He's like, from here, I mean, it's Astral Sea. They'll have to know where they're heading. I know there's some Githyanki places if they let you in. There's some debris that you might be alright in if you can find it. Probably in your path. He kind of like pulls out like a small chart. He's like, here, there's a section of honestly, I think platforms that you could maybe find some shelter in? It's like, oh, the what are they called? The plates. Yes. Oh, the plates. Find shelter in the plates. It's like, yeah, find shelter in the plates, or you could
That doesn't mean anything to me, just in case you were wondering, Giles.
find shelter.
It's fine.
Shelter in the plates, or you could
Usually there's like only 3 options with a cosmic storm, which is leave the astral sea, which is a problem because then you're spending real time. And we don't know how long the storm's going to last, so we could come back in the middle of it, which would be bad. So if we leave the astral sea, we're playing it extra safe, and we take for fucking ever to get back in here. Option 2 is find a building or something big here. Githyanki City is a good idea.
Yeah.
And option 3 is fucking deal with it. Get inside as much shit as possible. Go inside your ship, pile everything on top of you inside your ship, whereas all of your clothes at once.
Professor, would you say any asteroid field is a good spot to hunker down in by chance, or?
You could. The plates is somewhat of an asteroid field, but there's, matter of celestial variety within there as well.
Well, we're currently heading towards Amaset. Do you know how long it would take at least to get to the plates, or any sort of nearby location by chance?
It's like, well, from here, the navigator's like, yeah, I can let you know. From here, a couple days out, if you head on the course, he kind of floats over to you, kind of like mage hands over to you a image of the plates, because that's kind of what you need in the astral sea, is an image and to kind of help guide your heading. A really good drawing of this section and field. Demi, you're looking at it too. It's funny, as you look at the plates, they look like almost like shield shaped. They look like
the absolute head turn you just got out of me. I know what that is.
Do you know? What do you?
I don't know.
We'll talk about it
I
after.
don't know if Demi does, but I know what that is, and my blood just ran cold.
Yeah, they look like shield shaped things. This is like a faraway shot of the plates, and it's like, oh yeah, he's like, that's where you can go. Probably like a couple days out. The professor is gonna have us inside of the storm, which, is something. He's like, oh, don't worry. This damselfly ship is made of solid stuff, adamantine. We'll be fine within the storm. Hopefully.
Adamant.
It will be fine.
I turn to Giles and mutter, like, that's going to be the most expensive shipwreck that's probably ever been out here.
We
try not to think of it that way.
The university has funded my research here, and we will. They said spare no expense, and we've put these out. You can see like there's these well-made like shielding plates on it. You can see why they didn't have any space to put any other weapons and things. As like there's these extra just like things made to withstand something. Well,
Well, very much appreciated, Professor. I guess if we'll cross paths again, I will have to talk to you about your findings, because I'm quite curious.
Hopefully, my book will be published soon. It'll be one for the ages.
Well, nonetheless, good luck on your book. Good luck on your crew and your ship, and Godspeed.
He's like, may Rutzi's curiosity shine with you. That gives you a slight bow. Heads down, puts the goggles back on. He's like, all right, Captain. We make our way toward the storm. Kind of like, you see the damselfly ship kind of reorient itself. You see the navigator just like, all right. Gives you all a wave as you have Safety.
I wave, and it's like sending someone to war.
Yeah, yeah. I do the same basically. Just all right. I'm putting 10 gold pieces. I'm saying this to Demi. I'm putting 10 gold pieces that he's absolutely not coming back alive. But
I'll take that.
As you
yeah,
guys kind
fair
of,
enough.
And 10 says we see him again.
as
Hey,
you
you
guys
know
kind
those
All right.
go ahead.
those plates almost look like dragon scales, but they're way too
Are you-
big.
I mean, to be fair, after seeing that one dragon sort of just cusping an asteroid when we went to the moth ship, I mean,
Yeah.
this doesn't surprise
Oh,
me.
no.
You're
You remember the flower that I touched and the rest of you boys chickened out and then sat there for 20 minutes
Oh.
instead of doing anything about it? Remember what that
Yeah,
was on?
what-
Like
I remember it
a
was on it.
single
Was it?
claw, like a dragon's fingernail.
Yeah, that's right. Oh God.
Huh.
I wouldn't
Huh.
think too deeply about it. As one just passes by.
Thanks, Morn. Heads up, by the way. We're gonna be sort of encountering a cosmic storm, so we're gonna have to seek
Oh.
shelter.
Well, yeah, I was already telling people to tie things down before we knew about the storm, so I'm
I
gonna
haven't
go
been in one of those in a long
finish
time.
doing that. You say what?
Yeah, since I was like, I don't know, before I got to Brawl.
Oh,
Well, like before high school is what you're
Yeah.
talking about, or? Oh, shit.
how bad
Huh.
was that one? Because I was at a monastery, and so like giant building, like some of the churches that we've been to were smaller, and they were tying things down inside. Were you on a ship or? When
I
was
was out on a ship. They're no joke.
Huh. Damn.
It's be-
We're
The
gonna
thing
be
that's
passing
weird is,
through
like,
one.
if we can't figure out where to park it.
Yeah.
We got a couple of ideas.
Well, it's like, okay, so at least discussing with you guys up here before we completely flesh out ideas with everyone inside. Okay, so I'm thinking either get the Yankee Cities or Crushes, because we basically have blessings from whatever their prince or
Or we're pretty likely to get
We're
allowed.
cool. We're cool with the Corgency and with the
Yep.
elves.
yeah. So we got status,
Which
so that's a plus.
first time I really thought about that. We're kind of different, anyway.
Yeah, yeah. So we have that. That's an option, or we could just continue
We come up
pushing
with
forward.
like
and
a name for people to know us by if we're gonna be making these kind of alliances.
I was just thinking that. I don't
Oh,
have
no,
any-
sorry,
wrong.
sorry. I didn't mean for my.
no.
The other thing we were told about was the plates, and I'm gonna use my minor illusion for what it's supposed to do and present a magical spectral image of what I was shown.
Yeah, you kind of show the paper. It's a spread out kind of view of them, and
Oh,
you
did I
see.
keep the paper? I'm
Yeah,
doing
yeah, he gave you a drawing.
spell to be extra.
Yeah, no, this is good. No, you can see like a more rendered version of it.
The charcoal fucking
Yeah,
comes off of the page and morphs into 3D space.
yeah, exactly. As you can see, these large, like almost flat, like shield-like sections, and there's like rubble in between them as well.
But yeah, we can serve either at least also just continue to push forward and cover some ground, but then just take refuge in these. I don't know. Demi was saying it's like these are potentially dragon scales, which I'm starting to also now believe.
Autumn, are you as people are convening? I think you're all convening here. Autumn, they say that here you are in the space.
I'm trying to have this conversation as we walk around and like, okay, that needs to be secured somewhere. That can't be freestanding. That
Yeah,
can't be freestanding.
That makes sense. We had like the giant talon, and so, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. So
What's
I don't know.
Also,
What's
just
the storm?
helping set stuff up.
Yeah,
to
you see
weather the
Nick's
storm.
Yeah.
like, all right.
What's fucked about a
Moving
cosmic
stuff.
storm is that the wind doesn't actually stop at the walls, so everything gets like inside, still wind. But if we can at least stop the things from being thrown around by the wind, which is the real dangerous
You're still
part.
gonna want to. Yeah, if we can stop things from getting thrown around, we're still gonna want to like sit in a closet or something.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the physical walls will still protect us from the physical things.
Yeah.
What I was gonna ask that DM.
What did he
do
say?
I know?
Lethal precipitation?
What,
That just
what,
means
would I,
that
what would I know from
A
being
bit of water is going so fast that it becomes an ice knife.
What would you know? You said.
Yeah,
Well, it might not be water.
on like how what our odds would be of just going right, of just
Going
keeping
through
on the
it?
quick path and just like
Accepting it?
tying ourselves down like we're avoiding the sirens and just weathering it.
Going through the storm. You mean?
Yes.
Very difficult. So to be above table here, you could do it. However, you'll be incurring 2 environmental hazards that will make travel very difficult for you.
Okay.
Nice. I don't know what that means.
Having been through one, you remember the heavy wind and how hard it was to navigate through the heavy wind. And you remember you didn't get the shard ice precipitation, but you got just torrential downpour that was like the point where it was like, I think you remember looking at the captain and being like, are we going to keep going through this? Or like very scary kind of moment to travel through.
Well, we're saving a lot of time already with the new navigation, right? We can spare a day or two to try to avoid it.
Yeah. Well. Professor did say it was a big storm, but that's assuming that's like.
It might be that we can't actually avoid it anywhere.
Well,
Yeah.
So it's more of a question of like, where do we want to go? And how long do we want to take to get there?
Well, okay. So
be like-
Professor said that it's coming in a couple of days, and for also us to get to any sort of localized location, we would basically be intercepting the storm once we get to that location. So, I mean,
right. And so we
since
just
it
go
is- it's
somewhere
gonna-
with cover, so less likely to hit us.
I think since it's going to be a couple days, right, and we didn't stock up before we left, it's probably not a bad idea. Yeah, just hit up a crash, stock up on supplies, hunker down, and hopefully we should be okay.
Makes sense to
What do
me.
you guys think? Make sense? Okay. I will say though, I am open to any other suggestions though.
Did we run into Autumn?
Yeah, Autumn's with us. Like,
Yeah,
sort of-
Autumn's at the meeting here, or
What
just
did
walking
he
around.
say
Hey.
about the plates?
Yeah, as you look at the plates, give me a religion check here.
Nice.
Let's go.
I love a goated
23.
religion roll for my cleric.
You look at them, and as you look at the plates, see the sections, they do look like they fit together, which is weird, right? These are like large, like this is a rendering of like a outward shot, so you know that these are massive. These are huge.
Definitely stuff in the image that gives a sense of scale.
Oh yeah, these are
Like things.
They do, though. If you like put two of those far out plates together, you think they would fit together, like scales. You've seen. I mean, you've only encountered one divine dragon physically, correct? You know, you've seen Muradin. Muradin's small, right? Muradin is slightly dwarfed by this one of these scales. You know, he was only like 14 feet tall. Has Autumn seen any other like divine dragon like in the flesh before? Outside of Muradin? If I'm trying to remember, it's only really been.
No, I think there was one, right? No, maybe not Divine Dragon.
Yeah, no. I think it was just Muradin. So
Yeah, I think it was just Muradin.
And you remember the Solar Dragon. Solar Dragon seemed honestly bigger than Muradin. And as you kind of think back, you're like, I mean, it could be, but these things, if it was a dragon, this dragon would have to be massive. Right? It's hard to comprehend. But as you kind of see this and hear the conversation happening here, and like you tell Nyx and Mycroft, and they kind of like are moving things around.
If it can go in a box, we're putting it in a box. And then we're tying the boxes together.
All right. You see Mycroft's gonna move. You see Nyx, Philiomore will grab Narvi and be like, kind of say something in Sylvan to them. You don't hear what's said back. And kind of move and put them in the rogue's galley. Putting them kind of in between some things, kind of making sure they're secure. As you all kind of make these preparations here, what is the decision from the group? We have three kind of an option. Was it to go to a creche, finding maybe a creche or a city within the astral sea, or heading to the plates to find protection within, or trying to brave the storm?
I think Giles at least goes around just like one more time, like as we like sort of get ahead of schedule in terms of like tying shit down, putting things in boxes.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like sort of grabs the crew together. It's like, all right, so just to verify with everyone here, I sort of like, I think I even pull like Aerith aside because
yeah, I think
they've still been flying the ship. I think.
Yeah.
We've just put it in
there's
park
a pause.
for
Yeah,
the
there's
time
a pause.
being. Yeah.
Let's go of the helm. What's up, Cap?
It's like, I think it's like, well, all right. So, Aerith, great job, fantastic, keep killing it, bestie. But listen, we got a very large cosmic storm that was notified from a very kind professor, who's mad enough to actually fly into it. But listen, we got three options what we can do here. We sort of discussed about it a bit earlier about what to do. But I just want to get everyone's sort of concrete opinion on what to do here, which is either we go to a nearby Githyanki creche, we head off to the plates. Demi, you can do your thing to show Aerith the plates and stuff, but either that or we just say fuck it and full send it into the storm and, you know, go from there. I think your opinion matters the most, Aerith, because, you know, after all, we are sort of traveling into this direction because of your father. So
Nice.
I guess it really just depends
Okay.
Well, I mean, listen. Like,
Okay.
I'm just.
So the two good options are we park it somewhere, and we can either do that in a fun, scenic location, or we can go to a city and stock up and be with people. while we wait this out. Or, like Giles has said, we can hold W. And
Yeah.
I understand why he's
Hold west.
asking
Yeah,
you
that's
if you want to keep doing that. But personally, that sounds awful. So
I mean, yes, I do agree. It does sound pretty horrific, but
we can
again,
do it.
we can do it. It's still in our wheelhouse. Funny enough, like, but if we do decide to do that option, we need to be so tip top it hurts.
Okay, I think safety is important. Sure, we all agree.
Mhm.
So my vote is for we do need to resupply. My vote is for maybe if we can find a crush or a Genki City of some kind, that could be possible.
Okay. All right. So you're saying
if these plates,
sorry, go on.
if these plates also have shelter, I mean, maybe.
From what it sounded like, it was less that there was shelter and more that there was a really good wall in between whatever could be hurtling toward us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as long as we're on the right side of one of them.
True.
Yeah.
Either what do you think? If you think we can just wait out, I mean, the wasp legs could hook onto one of these plates here, and then we could be sheltered from the storm.
Oh yeah.
Or
no,
that's
fine.
If you want to get two birds, I mean, an astral.
Well, listen. Unless Demi or you, Aerith, like, do we know if there is like a nearby like spot to resupply in the direction of the plates? Like, is it just beyond the plates or something? Because if we go to the plates, we're gonna basically be left with like just scraps.
Which you would know that there possibly could be a crush within the plates themselves, with their location. You know that much like how the Silmaril was made from a wing piece of something.
That's one we didn't think of. There's a wing.
Yeah.
This is stuff I above tails. Like I figure like it would be like they love dragons, bro.
Yeah, there would be another crush or something within the pieces of,
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So there possibly is.
Do I make this connection? That's a natural one. Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah.
Eric's like, well, okay. What we do know is this: we have a location of the plates. Maybe if we get out of the astral sea into a nearby system, where we try and push to Magispace, and if there's any checkpoints in between there. But I think for now, safety in the plates. Look at our options, and then kind of go from there. Does that sound?
I mean, it's perfectly possible to weather it without any protection. So getting any protection from the plates should keep us fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
it's really just a question of how unpleasant this will be. From weathering it is a 10 and hiding in a city is a 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The plates is probably like a 5, right? We're not completely sheltered, but it's better than nothing, and we can keep going.
Yeah. True. And plus, I kind of we need a fucking vacation, man. Like, can we all agree on that one? We just need, like, after finding Aerith's dad, let's just take a week to just chill and just hang out. How about that? You know?
Also, every time we go to civilization, we seem to get a fucking errand. So
we get errands just going through astral space.
It's true. I mean, at least we're busy.
This is just whenever we meet people. So let's not meet people. Let's go to the shards.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the best argument for that anyone has come up with so far.
Yeah.
My vote is plates.
All right. Fuck it. Yeah. we're heading to the plates then, I guess. That settles it.
Okay, well, I'll hop off the helm. Guys, it's all you.
Yeah,
Let's-
that's fine. Also, I put on the chalkboard. We're having a family dinner thing. I need to notify everyone else to double check with that. It's not like something super serious. I just want to like I need a fucking podium to fucking talk about some stuff to you guys. Like that's all. It's nothing crazy.
Okay.
All right, Kat. As we get the shot
right.
of you all preparing here, moving toward the heading of these large sections, we see the dark and stormy moving toward these gleaming, shining plates of platinum.